Warning. The following true-life documentary you are about to watch contains real-life scenes and true events, as well as factual evidence and recordings of genuine paranormal activity. The film also contains audio segments of radio frequencies that some individuals may find jarring, unpleasant, or loud. Other segments or elements that are not suitable for some audiences may also be presented. Viewer discretion is advised. Headphones are highly recommended.
Are you upset? Are you upset? Are you somehow upset at us? You hear that? That wasn't, she wasn't upset though, right? That was female?
That was female. Was anybody hurt in this room? How come you're so quiet?
The one who came up the stairs earlier, when we first got here. Are you here? Do you want to tell us something?
You heard that, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it said, but I
Watch
heard
it. You heard. You go, watch it. What is it? I hear you guys. Could you please tell us some more?
So you want to tell us your name here? Did you jump here, off of here, I should say? Okay. Oh my God, did you hear that?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I won't touch it.
I won't touch it.
Good. Then
Now we're getting somewhere.
now we're getting somewhere. Good. Speak to us. That was clear.
Paranormal research and investigation objectives. Since 2016, the EPIC Executive Paranormal Investigations Team has been conducting advanced supernatural research and professional paranormal investigations at the Bracken Fern Manor Bed and Breakfast, as well as the adjoining Tudor house, located in Lake Arrowhead, California. These historical locations have purported ties with the mob, and are suspected to have been the sites of many unreported deaths. For decades, claims of paranormal activity and ghostly sightings at the Bracken Fern Manor have been made by owners, staff, patrons, and visitors. EPIC executives have 5 main objectives for this paranormal case: to find logical or alternative explanations for claims of unexplained activity that has been reported at this location, to conduct meticulous paranormal investigations and case studies, that will help determine if a location is in fact haunted, and or experiencing paranormal activity. To gather tangible, credible evidence of the paranormal, by means of scientific methods, paranormal equipment, electronic devices, and other tools. To help find answers, and or resolutions, for the paranormal activity that may be occurring at this site. And to assist any spirits that may ask for help during paranormal investigations. Epic executives have also been working diligently in helping to redeem the Bracken Fern Manor, and the spirits that reside there, from the negative impacts, views, and feelings that may have been caused by other paranormal groups, or TV shows, that have conducted supernatural research at this location in the past. For example, a well-known TV show recently conducted a paranormal investigation at the Bracken Fern Manor bed and breakfast, as well as the Tudor house. The show's team inaccurately and irresponsibly concluded that there are negative entities running amok at these locations. Nothing could be further from the truth. Through the course of their professional research and investigations, the Epic Executive Paranormal Investigations team has found no such evidence to support the sensationalized claims made by paid actors from these TV shows. In fact, they have concluded that although the Bracken Fern Manor bed and breakfast, and the Tudor house, are indeed paranormally active, there are no indications that the spirits or entities involved are negative or harmful in any way. Rather, positive communications and relationships were established between the Epic executive team, and the spirits that reside at these locations. These entities were quite enthusiastic to communicate, to share their stories, and to make their presence known. Location history, and paranormal claims. The Bracken Fern Manor bed and breakfast, which in the 1930s was part of a private gambling club and resort, named Club Arrowhead of the Pines, was rumored to have been run, and or owned by legendary mobster, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel. Through his connections with the Chicago mobs and their money, Bugsy decided to open this exclusive members-only resort in the late 1920s, after realizing that Lake Arrowhead was quickly becoming the new playground for the Hollywood elite. The property cost an amazing $1.3 million to construct, and opened on July 4, 1929. At the time, the resort was comprised of 3 individual buildings, consisting of a private gambling club, a brothel, a speakeasy, luxury guest quarters, an Olympic-sized swimming pool, tennis courts, a barber shop, a private gas station, a ski lift, horse stables, and a highly coveted supply of artesian well water, which was used in the making of moonshine. The building that now houses the Bracken Fern Manor was known as the Market, during the time that Bugsy operated the property. The market was made up of a soda fountain and a butcher shop on its bottom floor, an ice house in its basement area, and the top floor housed the now infamous brothel, also known as the Crib, where Bugsy employed a crew of wannabe starlets and working girls to entertain his gentlemen guests. The resort's former clubhouse, which housed the property's private gambling club and speakeasy, is now known as the Tudor house. The building is located directly across the street from the Bracken Fern Manor, and still looks very much the same today as it did back in the 1920s. At the time that Bugsy managed the property, there was a secret underground tunnel which connected the clubhouse to the market across the street, which allowed male guests to travel to the brothel undetected. The underground tunnel has long since been filled in, however, The door and steps which formerly led down to it are still intact. These locations were social hotspots in their day, and were considered a safe haven for illegal activity during Prohibition. Due to the suspected connections with the mob, the Bracken Fern Manor bed and breakfast is believed to have been the scene of numerous deaths that have gone unreported and undocumented. Some of the alleged deaths include a caretaker named Ralph, who was said to have been thrown from the third-story window, after he was accused of having a relationship with Lily, the madam of the Bracken Fern Manor. It was reported that his body was trampled by a passing wagon after it had already hit the ground.
Ralph was the caretaker here back in the 30s, and the story as it was told to us is that Ralph took a little trip out the window here with the help of some mobsters who did not like him fooling around with the girls here in the house. Supposedly Ralph was asked to come up and fix this window, and as he got to the window, mobsters came behind him and threw him out. Thrown on the back of a truck. Next door to us is National Forestry, and he went on to be bear bait. We had a person stay last month in a room next door, and they were the only person in. She found what looked like a man sitting in the corner of her room. When she woke up, turned on the lights, nobody's there.
Another alleged death that had occurred at the Bracken Fern is that of Violet, one of the working girls at the manor. There are conflicting reports that indicate Violet either committed suicide after the mob killed her lover, or that she was murdered by a jealous lover. It is reported that one can still smell her violet-scented perfume wafting through the halls.
So, what is one of the stories that has happened here?
Well, there was a girl named Violet, and I think it was in the 30s, and this was a brothel, basically, and she was in love with this boy named Joey, and somehow, I don't know how it happened, but one of Bugsy's guys, rumor, shot him and killed him, and so she was devastated, and she went up to her room and she killed herself. And so the story goes that she haunts this, and people have talked to her. I know somebody who has, and she's a little lost. She misses her girls. She wonders where they went, and she doesn't like men too much. And I guess we know why. And she doesn't like people making a big deal about her and proving that she existed. And so, we try to kind of say, well, there are other girls here too, and they were important, and they have stories.
The most curious of alleged deaths is that of a little boy named Ryan. It is believed that he was the son of one of the working girls at the Bracken Fern, and that he may have lived in the ivy room of the manor. It is purported that the small child died when he was trampled on by a team of horses near the property, although he may have died in some other manor, in or near the manor. There are reports made by staff and visitors of his tiny footsteps heard running throughout the Bracken Fern. It is also said that he will often take small items, such as keys, and that his tiny footprints can be seen in the snow around the manor on wintry days.
So, and there is a story about a little boy that, I'm not sure. I think that it might have been one of the girls' sons, and he was about 4, and he was hit by a pit. Horses trampled him. And they say that when it snows every year that you can see little footprints across the road. So.
The deaths of Ralph, Violet, and Ryan are seemingly unresolved, as it is believed that their spirits still remain at the manor to this very day. Paranormal evidence. The Epic Executive Paranormal Investigations team has documented compelling footage of spirit communications and paranormal evidence at the Bracken Fern Manor bed and breakfast. The spirits that have connected with the Epic Executive team have been longing to have their voices heard, and have been seeking to communicate their messages to the world of the living. One of the spirits that has strongly made her presence known, and that has communicated to the Epic Executive team on an ongoing basis, is Violet, one of Bugsy's working girls, that was reported to have died at the Bracken Fern. The following presentation features segments of authentic paranormal evidence and spirit box transcommunications with the spirits of the Bracken Fern, mainly with the spirit believed to be Violet. These segments include electronic voice phenomenon, or EVP, which are unexplained voices, sounds or other noises that are not detected by the human ear, and are captured by some type of electronic recording device that records audio. Audibles are unexplained voices, sounds or noises that are physically heard by an individual during a paranormal investigation. Auditory sound phenomenon, ASP, are audibles that are captured by some type of electronic recording device that records audio. Spirit Box Transcommunications, SBTC, is two-way, real-time communications between the living and spirits, or other entities, via a spirit box, a radio-type device that uses split-second frequency sweeps to generate radio static, by progressively scanning through AM and or FM channels. Direct response voice phenomenon, DRVP, are intelligent, audible voices or responses that are received in a timely manner, and that are relevant to questions being asked during an ITC or SBTC session. These compelling direct communications with spirits are received using the radio sweep feature, as well as the ATDD, hot and cold spot detection feature, of the spirit box being implemented.
My name is Violet.
Featuring Reverend Mato Wayat and Dr. Jacob Kyer, founders and executive directors of Epic Executive Paranormal Investigations.
During this particular paranormal investigation of the Bracken Fern, Epic executives investigated the third floor, one of the most active areas of the manor, and conducted a spirit box transcommunications session. For this SBTC session, the dual simultaneous radio sweep mode that scans in both AM and FM channels was activated. Next, Epic executives encouraged the spirits of the Bracken Fern to communicate with them via the white noise radio static being produced by the spirit box. Violet and other spirits were very enthusiastic to make their presence known and have their voices heard.
Don't hold me, okay? This is my partner. His name is Mato. Yeah, Mato. Don't hold me, okay? This is my partner. His name is Mato. Yeah, Mato. So this is Mato. Did you see my name, Jacob? Can someone tell me who was the person that ran up the stairs at one time that we saw on the cameras? Can someone tell me who was the person that ran up the stairs at one time that we saw on the cameras?
We saw a light up here last time, and I'm not sure if it was more than one person. Is there anybody staying up here in the attic? Are you up here in this area? We saw a light up here last time, and I'm not sure if it was more than one person. Is there anybody staying up here in the attic? Are you up here in this area?
Is that where you hide out? Is that where you hide out? Will you still speak with us? Hello? Hi. Will you still speak with us? Hello? Hi. What's your name? You hear that? Miss, I heard you. What's your name? You hear that? Miss, I heard you. Are there still 6 of you here with us? Are there 6 spirits? Are there more? Are there still 6 of you here with us? Are there 6 spirits? Are there more?
How about we recite our Father prayer? How would you feel about that? How about we recite our Father prayer? How would you feel about that?
Love and tragedy. Featuring Reverend Mato Wyatt and Dr. Jacob Kyer, founders and executive directors of Epic Executive Paranormal Investigations. During her time as a working girl, it is reported that Violet had fallen in love with a man named Joey. They may have kept their love a secret, as it was surely forbidden for any of the working girls to form relationships with anyone. Violet and Joey's love story met with untimely death, as there are reports that indicate that the mob had found out about their relationship and killed Joey. Violet, obviously devastated by the death of her lover, then sadly committed suicide.
So, what is one of the stories that has happened here?
Well, there was a girl named Violet, and I think it was in the 30s. And they, this was a brothel, basically. And she was in love with this boy named Joey. And somehow, I don't know how it happened, but one of Bugsy's guys, rumor, shot him and killed him. And so she was devastated, and she went up to her room and she killed herself. And so the story goes that she haunts this. And people have talked to her. I know somebody who has.
Epic executives conducted another spirit box transcommunications session, this time in the wine cellar of the Manor, and activated the dual simultaneous radio sweep mode, scanning in both AM and FM channels. Next, Epic executives encouraged the spirits of the Bracken Fern to once again communicate with them via the white noise radio static being produced from the spirit box. Astonishing and extremely relevant direct response voice phenomena, DRVP, was received from both a female and male spirit during this session, in which the name, Joey, can distinctly be heard being called out a few times. Are Violet and Joey reaching out from the other side to shine light on an unsolved murder-suicide?
Are you one of the ladies that live here at the Bracken Fern? Almost up? Are you one of the ladies that live here at the Bracken Fern? Almost up? How many are gathered among us?
A warm welcome. Featuring Dr. Jacob Kyer and Reverend Mato Waya, founders and executive directors of Epic Executive Paranormal Investigations, with special guest Professor Glennie Sewell, co-founder of Messenger Guardians Paranormal. The Epic Executive Paranormal Investigations team has been working diligently in helping to redeem the Bracken Fern Manor and the spirits that reside there from the negative impacts, views, and feelings that may have been caused by other paranormal groups or TV shows that have conducted supernatural research there in the past. For example, a well-known TV show recently conducted a paranormal investigation at the Bracken Fern Manor, Bed and Breakfast, as well as the Tudor house. The show's team inaccurately and irresponsibly concluded that there are negative entities running amok at these locations. Nothing could be further from the truth. Through the course of their professional supernatural research and paranormal investigations, Epic executives have found no such evidence to support the sensationalized claims made by paid actors from these TV shows. In fact, they have concluded that although the Bracken Fern Manor and Tudor house are indeed paranormally active, there are no indications that the spirits or beings involved are negative entities. Rather, positive communications and relationships were established between the Epic executive team and the spirits that reside at these locations. They were quite enthusiastic to communicate, to share their stories, and to make their presence known. This segment exhibits compelling spirit box transcommunications with the female spirit believed to be Violet, as well as with other resident spirits, in the downstairs lobby sauna area of the manor. For this SBTC session, the radio sweep feature was temporarily deactivated, by muting the radio static being emitted from the spirit box. The ATDD, hot and cold spot detection feature, was then activated, and the ambient temperature was set. Next, Epic executives encouraged the spirits of the Bracken Fern to communicate to them via the audible alarm tone, created by the temperature deviation feature of the spirit box. It was requested for the spirits to only make the spirit box alarm when answers to questions asked was yes, or if they were in agreement to what was being asked or stated. What ensued were amazing spirit communications and interactions. In the following clip, the Epic executive team had just completed setup of the PSB-11 spirit box. Before the team's video camera could be set to record, the device suddenly began to alarm loudly and irregularly. It then suddenly stopped. The source of the temperature deviation could not be traced back to an explainable source. Off camera and moments before the video camera was set to record, Dr. Jacob Kyer had asked if perhaps the ladies of the manor were responsible for making the spirit box alarm. The camera was then activated to record, and as soon as it does, an amazing Class A EVP of a female spirit, believed to be Violet, is captured, informing the team who was responsible for making the spirit box alarm. Keep in mind that there were absolutely no women present during this paranormal investigation, only men. The manor is empty with no guests. Only Epic executives were present.
So, are you... So, are you... So, are you... Are you the adults of the family? I mean, you're the adult here? The female or the male? I'm just asking because I want to make sure you're not the kids. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going at. Are you the kids that are here, the child?
Hi. Okay. How are you? That's cool. Can you make a stop for me? Cool. Thanks. Oh man, we missed you guys. So, I'm so glad you guys are here, making your presence known to us. We missed you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
You're just awesome. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. Can you make a stop for me a moment? Wow, that's incredible energy. Wow, that's cool too. You can play with it. You got the hang of that pretty good.
Just don't bring it all the way.
No, that's okay. They can do it. Thank you. That's cool. Now you got the hang of it pretty good, huh? Right now we're just getting set up, and I'm sorry it's taking a while, but you know how we always get settled in, and in the meantime you're welcome to interact with us. Like I mentioned to you guys, I really missed you guys a lot. And that comes sincerely from the heart. Been thinking about you guys a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's cool, you got the hang of it. Can you make a stop for me? Cool, thanks. So Glennie was just gonna advising that it's still recording. This moment in time. Yeah, perfect. So, not ignoring you, okay? We're still here, and we love that you can hear us, and that you understand what we're saying, and we're very sincere about it. So Glennie was just gonna advising that it's still recording. This moment in time. Yeah, perfect. So, not ignoring you, okay? We're still here, and we love that you can hear us, and that you understand what we're saying, and we're very sincere about it. But if you would like to speak with me, can you make that alarm go off for me? Again? Cool, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, that's recording right there. Thank you, can you, okay, I was gonna ask you to make a shut off, thank you.
You know that we love you guys a lot, right? We care for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're very loved. We know that you're here. We know that you're here, and we know that, you know, this is your home. You got a very beautiful home.
Wow.
Very beautiful home. But I truly do want heaven for you. I mean, for everybody. You know, everyone deserves heaven. Everyone deserves to, you know, everyone deserves another chance. Everyone deserves to go home.
Everybody deserves love. Regardless of whatever happened to you, done, or anything, regardless of that, love is always unconditional. And that's anywhere you go. Whether it's here, whether it's in the light, it doesn't matter. You're always loved, and you'll always have people that will care for you.
But thank you for saying that. It's true.
It is true.
We want to share that love with you guys. But so obviously, okay. So I mean, you're here because you're making yourselves very known to us. Yeah. 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 See. Yeah, you're here. Yep.
I hear you.
is Ralph still here? Violet? Jasmine? Rose? I'll slow it down, okay, for you? Maybe I'll help you a little bit. I'm not sure. Is that better? Thank you. You're welcome. Are you the caretaker of the house? I can kind of hear you. I know it's fuzzy. I really appreciate you talking. We were going to ask if someone was closing the doors upstairs, but then he was inside.
I'd like to know if Mary's upstairs with us.
Oh, it's us. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's us. You want us to go upstairs? We're going to go upstairs, okay?
Violet's room. Featuring Dr. Jacob Kyer and Reverend Mato Waya, founders and executive directors of Epic Executive Paranormal Investigations, with special guest Professor Glennie Sewell, co-founder of Messenger Guardians Paranormal. Violet is believed to have lived in one of the rooms of the Bracken Fern, specifically in the room now named after her. The manor would be her home, and the place where she would perform her duties as a working girl, for the then brothel, perhaps dreaming about, and working towards a better life. It was also the place where she would one day meet her love, Joey, a love story that would unfortunately come at a fatal price. It is purported that the mob became aware of their relationship at some point, and killed Joey. Violet, devastated by Joey's death, is said to have committed suicide, in the same room where she once lived. Evidently, her spirit remains at the manor, perhaps seeking to reunite with her love, and let her story be known. To this very day, Violet's room remains one of the most paranormally active rooms of the Bracken Fern Manor. Numerous visitors and patrons have reported to have experienced paranormal activity, as well as reported to have had encounters with the spirit believed to be Violet, in this room. In segment 4, Epic executives investigate the Violet Room, located on the second floor of the Bracken Fern Manor. This segment is separated into two parts, as it contains footage that was documented during two separate paranormal investigations. In parts 1 and 2, the team conducts spirit box transcommunications sessions, in the Violet Room, implementing both the dual simultaneous radio sweep feature, scanning in both AM and FM channels, as well as the ATDD, hot and cold spot detection feature, in order to communicate with the spirits of the manor. The radio sweep and temperature deviation features were used both independently and simultaneously during this segment. Once activated, Epic executives requested that the spirits of the Bracken Fern communicate with them via the white noise radio static being produced from the spirit box, as well as via the audible alarm tone of the ATDD, hot and cold spot detection feature. During these SBTC sessions, astounding and extremely relevant direct response voice phenomena, DRVP, were received, including exceptional direct responses, in which Violet makes herself undeniably known. In the following clip, the Epic executive team had just completed setup of the PSB-11 Spirit Box. Moments before the team's video camera was set to record, Dr. Kyra asked if either Violet, or Ralph, happened to be present in the room with him. The device suddenly began to alarm loudly, in direct response to this question, indicating that the spirit manipulating the alarm tone from the device, was claiming to be either Violet, or Ralph. The video camera was activated to record immediately after this. What followed was a series of phenomenal direct responses, from several spirits of the Bracken Fern Manor, including the spirits claiming to be Violet, Ralph, and even Bugsy Siegel himself.
Thank you for letting me know you're here with me. Can you make it shut off for me? Can you just put your energy off? Awesome. So I mentioned your names, Violet and Ralph. With whom am I speaking with? Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay, so one of you two, right, or both of you? Thank you. I'm gonna reset it for you, okay? I'm gonna reset it. So, as you notice, I kept the noise level down, that loud noise it makes, because I wanted to communicate with you first to see if it was okay with you to, to speak. Would you be able to speak with us tonight? My name's Jacob.
What's her name?
Is it true that Violet's still here? We're looking for Violet. Have you seen her? Also, I got one more time here. Is that any better? Is that you touching it? I'm gonna reset it for you, okay?
You guys know who Bugsy is? Do you acknowledge Bugsy Siegel?
Part 2 begins with Dr. Kyra reading a few entries from the guest book in the Violet Room, to Professor Glennie Sewell. These entries were written by the patrons, and guests, that had visited the Bracken Fern throughout the years. They include comments of appreciation, light-hearted and humorous remarks, and even reports of paranormal activity, that they had experienced at the manor. The types of unexplained occurrences, reported by the majority of visitors that claim to have experienced something paranormal in the Violet Room, and or throughout the rest of the manor, are usually only indicative of mild, and non-threatening activity. There are a few reports of visitors having either left in the middle of the night, or having relocated to a different area of the manor sometime during their stay, after having experienced paranormal activity. These individuals understandably left or relocated on their own volition, and fear of the unknown, and not because they experienced something dark or oppressive. There are absolutely no substantiated reports of negative entities or harmful activity at the manor. Following the guest book reading, Epic executives activated the PSB-11 spirit box, and once again requested the spirits of the Bracken Fern to communicate with them via the radio sweep feature, and the audible alarm tone of the temperature deviation feature. During this SBTC session, astounding and extremely relevant direct response voice phenomena, DRVP, were received, including exceptional direct responses, in which Violet makes herself undeniably known.
Okay. I'll read you some stuff though. So thank you for a wonderful, felt at home, had a wonderful time. Let's see. John McCullen wrote, wonderful night, haunting place. I woke up refreshed. Had an amazing time with Hunter and the Dirt Jacks, and this place is the most quiet, quaint, comfortable, and cozy haunted manor. See? This one says run, put this book down and run.
Really?
Yep. This one says I am so scared right now. Let's see.
I'm listening.
This one says Violet turned off the standing lamp for me. Cool. Watch this. So this one says July 23rd of 2016 says am here again to perform Booners on a Bench with Jamie Alcroft on American Parlor Songbook radio show, The Tudor House. Violet has welcomed me to her historic room, and I hope to dream of her after a successful, fun-filled evening. And then she put down, P.S. Violet, turn off the standing lamp for me. Watch this. When we came in, okay, this is on September 4th of 2016. When we came in around 4 p.m., we got settled in Violet's room, and we were told that people were going to check into a Fern's room on the 3rd floor, and we were certain that they did, because we heard 2 people stomping upstairs when we checked, and we were the only ones in the hotel. Nothing really happened in Violet's room, but we got others' experiences. At around 1 a.m., there's supposed to be a woman in a dress by the sauna. So we set up a flashlight and told the spirits to touch the flashlight if it would turn on. We confirmed it to be the lady in the dress because the light would turn on when we mentioned her. She turned it on about 4 times, including turning it off. So people are just having these experiences here one after another.
I struck a chord within my soul. And Violet around the corridor. Okay, it struck a chord within my soul, and Violet. I struck a chord within my soul, and Violet roamed the corridor.
Oh, roamed it. Yes.
Yeah.
October 22nd.
All right.
So it's her. Look at this. Remember I told you that I stayed in there's a hangar that moved? Mm-hmm. Okay, watch this. Someone says on January 22nd of last year, this day at Violet's room, I feel a sense of brightness. She or someone has already welcomed us, moving the hangar. She said, "I like the hangars up there." Mm. Violet, if you're here with us, I have this little box here that if you touch it, put your hands by it, it can make noise. And I turn off the sound from it because it's loud, and I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of it. Mm-hmm. Would you be able to at least, there you go. Yeah, can you say hi for us by making it go off?
Or someone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So you're listening to us, huh? Thank you. And I'm always respectful. Can you make it shut off for me? Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'll roll back. Something just flashed in front of my camera.
Does the light that flash?
Something just dark just flashed in front of the camera. Just.
Wow, was that you? Did you move in front of the camera right now? Yes? Yeah? That's cool, thank you. That's awesome, I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Wow.
Go for that strong. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to make sure I'm speaking with the right person, okay?
Yeah. Because we really don't know who we're speaking to.
Yes. I said Violet and you went off, but if it's Violet only Violet, can you make it go off for me?
So glad you are here.
God,
or
Violet.
at least someone's saying they're Violet, hey?
Right. Thank you, Violet. Can you make it stop for me? I really appreciate that. I just want to thank you for speaking with us. You know we come here all the time and we're always trying to be respectful of your room because we know you stay here a lot. So, do you like our company?
Thank you. We feel better.
Thank you. I feel so much better. Thank you, Violet. That makes me happy. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, you give me chills.
Is Ryan still around? Has he crossed? What was that?
I heard someone talking. What'd you hear?
A child's voice.
Uh-huh.
Is Ryan still around? Has he crossed? What was that?
I heard someone talking. What'd you hear?
A child's voice.
Uh-huh.
If you want to speak, you can speak and we'll hear you on any of these devices when we roll it back. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
She might have spoken and just confirmed it. I just
Yes.
spoke.
We
That
acknowledge
takes less energy.
We acknowledge you. Thank you. Can
Thank
you make
you.
it stop for me? Or not?
Who else is here with us?
Is it Ryan? Are you doing that? No.
What is causing the flickering in front of my camera?
It's flickering.
There's a...
Oh. Can you make it stop for me? Can you just pull away from it? Your hand, if you can, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, either way, you know, you gave us more than enough, like I said. I really appreciate the love and the understanding and the communication that you've blessed us with and honored us with. You know?
I want to thank you for that.
When we tell you guys that we love you, we truly mean it. We love you guys. Love you. You know, we hope that through our work that we've been able to redeem you and your voice and, you know, that show the people that, yeah, you're here, but, you know, this is your home. This is your heaven.
For as long as you want it to be.
Right. And we're very respectful of that. And we're just, again, honored that you've chosen to speak with us today.
But if you need help, just call out for help. And then we'll help you move on to another place. Better place, even.
Absolutely. So,
And with that, I think we should say goodnight.
yes. Good night then, okay?
Thank you.
Lots of kisses and loves. Thank you. Thank you, Violet.